So we know how exactly the print and println method works, right? We went over that in the last video. But how exactly can we print out strings generally? Like we did show you guys how you can, print strings out, and we always have to put them in quotes, right? But let's say for example, if we want to print out just variables and whatever the variable is initialized to, you know what I mean? And what do I mean when I say that? Well, in one of our videos, we did go over when we printed out x, y, and z. We did show that, let's say for example, x was equal to 1, and when we printed out just x, right? Whoops. Hold on. Apologize about that. Whoops. Okay. So, and we want to print out x, it will show out 1. Now, how is this different? Now, I'm going to write something down. Okay. So remember how we showed you if you want to print something out, I did say that if you want to print out something, you do have to put it in quotes. But for everything, you'll notice that why exactly don't I have this in quotes? Well, the difference is, well, when we're trying to print out variables, or if we're trying to print out, variables, we don't put them in quotes, okay? So let's say, and a good way to understand this is, say for example, I declare something called, let's say, money, and I have, let's say, that much money, right? If I let's change it to money, and let's change this to money. The difference between this and this is that over here I am printing out the variable, the literal of money, and that's what a literal is. A literal is a value of a variable, and I know that's not the best definition, but that is what a literal basically is. It's pretty much a value that is written in the code of a program, and they're pretty much assigned to variables. Okay, this is pretty much assigned to money, right? And it'll print out the literal of that because I'm not printing out the word money, which is this case. I'm printing out what is the literal of money. Okay, in this case, when we use quotes to print, we use quotes to just print out, I don't want to say statements, but we use it to print out just, I would say, um, strings, right? Or better yet, we use it to print out just, sentences. So if I want to print out, hi there, right? We would put it in quotes. But if I want to print out something like, hi there, well, that's impossible. Two reasons why. Because first of all, we didn't declare it. And second, um, variables cannot have spaces. But let's say if I want to declare hi there. Now, this wouldn't work because we didn't declare hi there, right? But just to show you the difference between the first two, look, this will print out whatever stored in money, which is 5,000, right? Because we're not printing out the word money, we're just printing out the variable money. And what's initialized for money? 5,000. We can compile it and we can run the program. And you'll notice a difference. First one prints out the literal of money, right? The second one prints out the word money. And this can be anything as long as we have it in quotes, right? We run it and we see that, wow, okay, so this. But let's say, for example, and I'll show you the intuitive part, I want to rename this to money, and I'll rename that, and you'll see, and like I said before, you can name this variable whatever, you can name it whatever you want, right? You can name it whatever you want, and every time you print it out, you'll get the same result because I can name this whatever I want, and I can assign whatever value I want to this, right? And I'll print it out, and you can see that will print out. And that's just one example that I want you guys to understand, that when you want to print out a variable, you do not put them in quotations, right? When you want to print out, a sentence, you would then put them in quotations. Now, there are many other ways you can print out sentences without using quotations marks. We'll get in depth in that into our next video. So hopefully this cleared up some things for you guys, and I hope it helps you out. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.